Options trading was good, man.
Yo, what's good, public?
Chilling.
Nice. Yeah, couple things I wanted to comment on.
He care about his pit bulls more than he care about his sister. That was proof. Hold on, wait, because we don't really be getting proof of men that care about pit bulls more than they care about their sisters and the women in their lives. But that was actually proof of a man that cared more about his pit bulls than he did about the women in his life. But go ahead, option trader. That's crazy. You don't see that too often. You don't see that too often. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, I think it's weird that you're that you're telling stories about like not weird that you're doing it, but weird about the people who, you're saying like some dude like abused the sister or the mom or the girlfriend or, essayed them or something like that, and the dude's still talking to them. I
Mhm.
don't know personally, I don't know anybody in my life or immediately friend circle who would do that,
I know hella dudes that
like
done that
at
before.
all in general. Like if anybody does that to any, to my sister, to my mom, to my, GF at the time, like they're I'm not rich. We were talking about Kai. Like Kai shouldn't engage in that because he's a multimillionaire, so he has a lot to lose. You know, I mean, there are ways to go about that. You know what I mean? But I don't know how people would still remain friends with the person, at the least. But at the most, they would be in really bad shape, in my opinion. I think that's normal, right? If somebody's gonna harm, a sister or a wife or a mother in that way,
Mm.
they would get repaid in kind. Like there I agree with you 100%.
Why doesn't that if there's so many men, or if this is a common theme that men be protecting the women, why are so many men harmed? Why are so many women harmed by men and nothing happens to those men?
Well, I do think that in a lot of cases, it be family members, like a father. So there is nobody else to keep him in check, right? Who else in the immediate family, is going to keep that man in check?
An uncle, a grandfather? Does it have to be somebody that's close? Like it can't. I'm just saying. Does it like
I
the
mean,
way
it should be.
the way that
I
men
agree with
always
you.
like to present the way that men always like to argue this thing like men are so virtuous and they're such protectors or whatever is they act like men be out here actually defending women, right? Protecting women, even the women in their families. But you just said it. How can and that's why I always say men can be protectors because you just said it. The man that is supposed to protect that girl or that woman the most is the man that's doing the harm.
Yeah, but my point is like others might not know about it or,
They know about
it
it.
I
They
don't know about
know,
that.
they know about it all the time.
That's crazy. Like if they do
Not
and
crazy.
they just kind of go about their business, that I agree with you. That's crazy.
They always they know. What do you what? What do you think, bro?
So they know and they encourage it, or they know
Oh,
and
you go
they.
moving the goalposts. It ain't about encouraging it. Encouraging it is them not doing anything about it. That's encouragement. Oh, I can do this and nobody's gonna do anything about it. That's encouragement by omission. You're encouraging them by omission.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, I don't know. How those people can know and do nothing. That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense from people in my circle. You know.
Stop saying your circle. I promise you, you don't know the men in your circle as well as you do. That's just common sense. I don't even talk like that. I wouldn't even say I wouldn't say that about the men in my circle. And
But
I believe the men in my circle are solid dudes and all this stuff. I don't. I brother, cousin. I'm talking about the closest in my circle. I
yeah,
wouldn't be
the
out here vouching for
closest.
them like that.
I'm
I
talking
wouldn't.
about the closest. I mean, the thing is, if I
I'm,
did,
I'm
come
not
across
vouching.
that
I'm not vouching
information,
for a man. I'm not
they
vouching
wouldn't
for a
be in
man.
my circle.
I'm not vouching
If,
for a man in that in these under these circumstances or these conditions. It doesn't make any sense.
but the
It's
thing
wild.
is, if I did come across that information, they would not be in my circle because that puts me and my family in jeopardy. You know what I mean?
Also, that's not justice, right? But so you would kick them out of your circle. So what? What does that mean?
Well, we're talking about two different topics, right? Because I was saying, the people in my circle don't do stuff like that. You're saying you wouldn't vouch for them, and I'm telling you, well, if they did, they wouldn't be in my circle. Because I don't,
How would you know? That's what I'll be trying to. That's you missed the point.
but
You
okay.
don't know what. Hold on, options. You don't know what men are doing behind closed doors. You don't know what men have done. Stop vouching for. Stop saying stuff like "not the men in my circle." You know how many men have said "not the men in my circle," and it was indeed the men in their circles. Come to find out, just stop. I'm helping you out. I'm trying to help you understand how it actually works in the real world and not in some fairy tale world where you could just go, nope, all my guys are solid. How the fuck do you know that? It be whole serial unalivers and they be kicking it on the porch with their homies and it's a whole documentary on it. The bass unaliver from LA, the black dude who allegedly has unalive like the most women of all time, whatever, which I don't believe, but whatever though. He was in LA. Listen to his neighbors. We were barbecue, we ate, we cooked, we drank beer. He was there, he been there for 27 years. I knew that man for 15 years, 20 years. They would have said that. Oh yeah, nobody in my circle is a serial unaliver. It was him. It was the dude across the street.
Yeah, but the dude across the street is different from your brother that you've lived with in person, 25 years. How is that not different? The
Yeah,
neighbor across the street. I don't know that guy.
I'm about to play that game.
All right.
His son,
All right.
his
We
son,
we can we can change the subject.
his son vouched. His son also didn't believe it. By the way,
But then all right. So then what's the difference between that situation and the situation you said that, SA happens in the family and then everybody knows, all the men know. So when do they know and when do they not know?
they know all the time when the shit happens in the family.
Yeah.
In the family, they be knowing, bro. They be finding out. They be finding out a lot. They be finding out. And the grannies don't be doing nothing. And the granddaddies don't be doing nothing. And the uncles don't be doing nothing. And that motherfucker be still, that dude be still showing up to the cookouts. And he still be invited to the graduations. And he still be left alone with the kids. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Multiple times with multiple families. You're not about to sit up here and tell me, that's crazy. It's really not crazy. It's really common, actually. It's like it's more common than the other way, believe it or not. Where the guy gets kicked out the family and he gets ostracized or whatever. The man being allowed to stay in the family and function within the family is more common than the other way. It's crazy. If by crazy you meaning not common in this particular sense. The other thing is crazy to me. Like that's crazy because you almost never see that. You almost never see the guy kicked out of the family. He never goes to jail. Mind you, I ain't even got to going to jail. They don't never get arrested or nothing like that. The whole family coalesces around the man and protects him. A lot of times, you know what they do, options? They actually ostracize the victims. I've seen it before. I've seen it before. Like a good amount of times, actually, where they ostracize the victims. They ostracize the people that was hurt by that.
I have seen people's video stories on TikTok about that.
I don't know about
Like,
that. I've seen it
no,
in
no,
real.
I'm saying women telling, their story and that
Yeah,
they get
I've seen it in real
ostracized.
life, though. I don't know about TikTok. I've seen it in person.
Okay. In person, I've seen the other way. The way that you're saying is crazy. So that's why it's a little
Well,
different.
I'm happy. I'm happy you had I'm happy that you had a healthy represent. I'm happy that you got to see the healthy way to handle that situation. I did it. I did not. It didn't. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy in my situation. The things that I saw was not. They were not healthy. They were disgusting. The way that they handled it. It was wild. Um, but I guess the question becomes now: what do you expect from your friends?
Yep. Good question.
What are your expectations?
So I expect, from my friends and over the years, they have shown me time and time again. Obviously accountability. If I'm messing up on anything, call me out on it. Whatever the
Call
case
you
may be.
Okay. So
Whether
whatever.
it's yeah, whether it's an addiction, it's a form of thinking, a whatever the case may be. Call me out on it, and we've known each other for, most of my friends at this point, we've known each other for over a decade. So it's not even like, there's not much fear involved in that. They're gonna, tell me like it is, right? So accountability, growth, whether it's, talking about our hobbies and improving our hobbies, our thinking, any business acquisitions. I expect them to be there for my family too. Our families are very close, so I be getting sometimes Mother's Day gifts for one of my friend's moms. He does the same with mine. Um, yeah, just pushing each other. Obviously fun. So pushing each other meaning like at the gym. Just in terms of life when a couple of my friends, they've been unemployed for a while. So, I'll get on them about it. What have you been doing today? How many applications did you send today? You
Mhm.
know, what are what are you moving forward with? And
So I have another question for you. And what are
sure.
your expectations from your woman?
From my woman,
Mhm.
honestly, loyalty,
Mhm.
as far as, fidelity goes,
Mhm.
honesty and communication,
Mhm.
and, just not that much. I mean, obviously, I want her to hold me accountable too, push me too, and for us to do that for each other because it would be very similar,
Hold on,
to.
real quick. Hold on. One way. Come up or get. I'm gonna mute you for the rest of the lot. But I invited you up a few times and you keep tapping. Come up, brother. I'm gonna go on and mute you for the rest of the lot. Um, you can come up and get unmuted though. So you don't expect the same thing from the women in your life as you. I mean, outside of sex, right? But you don't expect very similar things because it's. I mean, you don't expect loyalty from your male friends.
Yeah, but I mean, my male friend can't cheat on me, right? Like,
But he can,
because we're not dating each other.
but he can be this. The only way to be disloyal to a person is not by cheating. You can be disloyal to a person by and not cheat. Is that the only way?
No, but that's the difference between a relationship and a friendship, right? Like,
No, that's what I'm trying to help you understand. That it's really not. It's the same thing. Like what happened with Kai Sinet when his friend, um, you know, his girl cheated on Kai with his friend, so his friend betrayed him,
oh
right?
yeah, of course, yeah, that's an obvious betrayal.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't want a friend of mine to betray me. He's out of here.
No, I'm saying want him to, but you don't have those expectations of a man, of a male friend.
I mean, that should be obvious though.
It's
If a male friend backstabs me or cheats, cheats on.
wait. If that's obvious for a male friend, then why wasn't it obvious for a woman? Why wasn't it obvious for your girl? If
Uh,
loyalty is obvious for a man for a male friend, then why is it not? Why is it? Why did you have to tell us when it came to the woman? You have to tell us, oh, I expect my woman to be loyal. I don't get it.
because people have different definitions of loyalty and what constitutes cheating, and that's also
Once
something
again,
that I've
once
been
again,
cheated on multiple times in relationships, despite that being a statement, a prerequisite. I can probably count on one hand how many friends have betrayed me.
because you don't expect the same things out of them. I'm sure they
No,
betray.
that's not true.
Okay.
You're sure my best friends have betrayed me and they're still in my life? No,
Oh no,
they'd
I
be out of
just
here.
something tells me I don't know. You're right. You know what? I take that back. I don't know. Maybe they did it, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's not adding up, right? But I don't understand why you would need to tell. When I ask you about the women, you
You
say
you're right. I should have said loyalty, with the
no,
friends, but
no. I'm in the opposite direction. I'm with you. Of course, you
okay,
expect loyalty from your friends, right?
okay,
Of course, you
yeah,
expect loyalty from the women in your life. I'm with you on that one. I think that
okay.
should go without. I think that should go without saying. But my question was, I found it interesting that you said that about the woman, but you didn't say that about the man. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I think the difference there came from the concept of cheating
Okay.
because I'm not dating my friend, you know. But then when you said, yeah, loyalty can be broken in different ways, then yes, you know. But I would not tolerate that at all from a male friend. Betrayal, cheating, you know, anything of the sort. That's why I did not mention it
And
because
I think
it's so obvious that they wouldn't even be my friend at that point.
I, I think what I want to get at is that a lot of men don't consider the things that men do to them. They don't consider it betrayals, and they don't consider it disrespect. Like your male friend's not showing up for you is a betrayal, right? So when they say they're going to be, oh, I'm going to that, we're going to that party, and da 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 da, and I'm coming to your birthday party, and they don't ever come. That's a betrayal. That's disrespectful, right? When you tell them don't tell anybody what I just told you, and then they tell the whole friends group, that's a betrayal. Like
Yep,
men
that is a
betray
betrayal
men,
for sure.
yeah, and men betray men all the time in those ways, but we laugh it off. But don't let a woman tell anybody anything you tell her, and it get back to you. Now it's oh my god, I can't believe it. I just
Uh,
can't believe she would do this to me. But when I'm with you, you're
I
like,
don't
oh,
agree.
Bill's always playing around. You're always telling everybody my business, Bill.
I see what you're saying, but I would hold both to the same standard.
Okay. Most men won't, but okay.